What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a free pick for you from this Washington State versus Seton Hall college basketball matchup going down on Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. But before we get to that free pick, if you are looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones that I have the most money on every single day, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium or click the link in the description of this video below. We have so much free pick content here at Pickdawgz, whether it's our YouTube channel or our website, that the plays in the premium side are the best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for. It went 9-2 on the college hoops card on Tuesday. Hoping to keep that rolling into Wednesday. We've also got our inner circle, though. It's something that we've been mentioning a lot in our videos as of late. It's not for everyone. It is for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into the service. But we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join the club already, having a ton of success early on with the one-on-one coaching, the bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between Washington State and Seton Hall. It is the third place game of the Maui Invitational. Washington State fell to 3-4 this season after a 100-94 loss to Arizona State in their last matchup, while Seton Hall fell short against USC 83-81. And both these teams had big leads on their opposition throughout their respective games, but unfortunately took the loss. Seton Hall had a 13-point lead closer to the end of the first half. Washington State had a 12-point lead in the second half before both kind of fell apart and ended up losing their respective matchups. But I will say for Seton Hall, I am impressed with the offensive aspect of the game that this team has right now. I mean, early on this season, it was sort of normal Seton Hall basketball that we've seen under Shaheen Holloway. The same principles that Holloway had from his time at St. Peter's, where the Pirates would just try to win games by playing good defense and just basically suffocating their opponents so much they couldn't score, and 65 points would be enough for a double-digit win. And we had seen that multiple times early on this season. But in the two games in this Maui Invitational, we've seen Seton Hall put up 85 against NC State, 81 against USC. So maybe that's something that Seton Hall can carry forward. At least I hope they can for their sake, because I still have them as one of the lower-end teams in the Big East this season. But still, they've looked solid. The problem that I have, though, is that I don't love laying big numbers with Seton Hall just because of their nature defensively and the fact they did give up that big lead. So I kind of wonder where they're at. Washington State, the same case could be made for them. I mean, they played Chaminade in their first game of the tournament, and were playing Chaminade close. Chaminade, not necessarily a team that's known for playing too many close affairs. And then, like I said, had that big lead against Arizona State and forked it over. And, we've seen, Washington State fall short in a couple of these big spots already this season, losing by double digits to Washington and Arizona State. But for the issues defensively that Washington State has, this is still a really good team at the foul line. They're shooting 78.1%, and that is the weakness of this Seton Hall defense. Well, there's two of them, I should say. One of them is allowing free throws. They're 292nd in free throw rate allowed on that end of the floor. But also, Seton Hall struggles to defend the perimeter. For as good as that defense is, 293rd in three-point percentage allowed. Washington State's defense has been problematic, and they don't force many turnovers. But I still think that this is just a case of too many points. I don't want to lay, like I said, a big number with a Seton Hall team that, like I said, could easily try to win games with defense once again. I think this is a game that sits within single digits. So I'm going to take Washington State and the 10.5 points in this one. And that's going to be my free pick for this game. But thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you're looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium or click the link in the description of this video below and use the promo code PICK, it's P-I-C-K, at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys soon.